Now batting. The couch.
Welcome to another episode 5. We've done 4. Who would have thought 5 was going to happen? Is that like a special number? I don't know what it is.
Nah.
Brian Stump, 2-3 Brews. We got B, Brandon Barnes on the other side. How you doing, brother?
I am doing outstanding. It's hot here, and that's why I'm in the tank. I'm living my best life right now. Love it.
I am not nearly in decent enough shape to wear that, nor enough tattoos. But you look great, bro. You look great with the whole what is that? Cool Runnings hat. It almost looks like you got like little fanciness on there.
I think that's the Cowabunga hat, bro. Should I wear it forward
It
today?
totally is. What is that? You know, it reminds me of his what's that? White Man Can Dunk or whatever it is. With
White Man Can't Jump.
White Man Can't Jump. That's same thing, right? But you know, White Man Can't Jump. That's exactly right. Who's the actor that wears that?
It's Wesley Snipes, and it is
Woody Harrelson.
Woody Harrelson. Yes.
Yeah, that Cowabunga hat reminds me. Of
Great look. Yes.
Super sick. So now that we went off on a wild tangent already to start, I mean, who knows? You know, it's
just me and you tonight. It's gonna get a little wild.
It is gonna be interesting, but you know, we needed a little separation. We need a little break. There's a lot of good stuff coming on. A lot of great people. We got David coming in. David Dahl next week for everyone. Who you're not gonna want to miss it because Mr. Brandon Barnes is gonna pay up on the bet. He's gonna pay up. He's got the cotton ball crown. I've got some good stuff coming. And I got a funny feeling you're going to let David have it. Feeling you're just gonna, especially with the crown.
If I'm wearing that cotton ball crown, David's he's gonna get some words from me.
So I know you already kind of poured whatever you got, but why don't you tell everybody what you got there, and I'll jump into mine after.
Yeah. So my neighbor, he brews some home brews, and he's got I think this is like a pumpkin ale.
Ooh.
So I thought I'd throw it in a nice cold mug and drink it on the couch.
On the couch. I got the old Beechwood Brewing LBC IPA. You know, it's a great beer. Can't hate it. So I enjoy that. Let's be honest, I'm going to pour it into a glass because I'm fancy and snooty, and it is what it is.
I love the LBC. I love it.
A little LBC IPA in the Orange County, no problem, no problem. But we got a lot tonight. We're going to do a little sports catch up on how everybody's planning to get back to normal or get back to sports, whatever that's going to look like.
The new norm.
Yeah, the new normal. You know, I say that a lot with work, and I hate it. Like, people always say, oh, what's the new normal? I just don't like it. Like, we're going to go back to life the way that it was. That's what we're going to do.
Are we, though?
I don't know. Are you going to wear a mask around town?
I mean, they have been in Japan for the last, 30 years?
I feel like we've gone down a slippery slope to start this episode. I'm just going to be honest. But I don't know. I don't know what it looks like. But it's just, you know, dealing with businesses, it's all we talk about. But we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about sports, Major League sports, getting back to it. We're going to also catch up. We're going to have a little sports favorites.
Oh, yeah.
Brandon and myself. We're going to talk about some of our favorites, some of our heartbreaks, whatever it may be in sports, just in general. We'll give you some sports history, some wrap up, some house cleaning, if you will, whatever you want to call it, and we'll keep it short. We've been keeping you guys a little too long over the last couple episodes with, let's be honest, greatness.
Greatness. My ears have enjoyed it.
My ears are they're tired. They're tired.
So much good listening.
Great listening.
Just gold.
Just gold. So look, first part is we talked about this a couple nights ago, but a study that was done on people wanting sports back says 88% of people want sports back, or avid sports people want sports back. I mean, obviously, clearly, right? That's like a no-brainer. I think even when they dumbed the math down, it was like 60% said as long as they're being safe, they want it back and they would watch it.
Yeah.
Which who you can only watch so much CNN and Fox or MSNBC or whatever those they are.
So over it.
But bat flips in baseball are back.
Yes.
They are back, and they're back in Korea. Did you catch any of that?
I didn't catch a game. I haven't caught a game. I've caught like bits and pieces here and there. I haven't caught a full game. You know, I've got some buddies over there that are playing right now. So yeah, I love it. I love that just baseball's on, and I love the style of play they have over there.
Oh, dude!
Because nobody gets mad when you bat flip. It's part of the game.
It's like,
I love it.
It's second nature almost. It's like if you don't bat flip,
they expect you to do it. Yeah, they expect you to do it over there, and that's what I love.
It's just a beautiful thing. I don't know. Look, I haven't watched the game. I've caught highlights. I mean, that they're on when we're sleeping. I have children. My kid's up at 4 or 5 in the morning. If I'm lucky, it's 5 in the morning.
Ooh.
It was 4:23 this morning on the dot. But dude, the stadiums are empty. Bat flips and dingers are back.
Backflips and dingers.
Please tell me you saw the game that was called because there was a building on fire in the outfield.
I saw that. Come on. We got coronavirus going on. They're playing through it, but we're stopping a game because of a burning building.
Oh, I thought it was great, dude. I just loved it. But like, how is that the thing that stops you from the coronavirus? You got the coronavirus and then a burning building. You're like, you know what?
Ugh.
That we're gonna have to.
That's a little much.
It's a little much.
It's a little much. We can't put the fire department's not going to be able to handle this. We're going to need to get off the field. Smoke inhalation is going to get us.
Oh, dude, it's great. But I wanted to ask you. I mean, I know you've talked about this going overseas eventually and trying to go play over there. I mean, Korea is a place you've seriously talked about. I mean,
yeah.
Can you talk on like just the experience, I guess, or the behind the scenes maybe, or any 2 cents you got for us?
No, I think it's. You know, you got to dive in. If you go over there, you got to dive in the culture. You know, I've had buddies go over there. I've had buddies that went over there and came back. A good friend of mine, Eric Thames, went over there. His nickname over there was God, which he put up video game numbers. I've had some other friends. I've got buddies that are over there right now. The biggest thing they say is you got to dive into the culture. You got to embrace the culture. You know, we talked to Brandon about playing in Japan. It's all about embracing the culture, and if you can't do that, you're not going to be able to hang. So I've always wanted to go play over there. I haven't got the opportunity. I've had teams scout me, but nobody's ever pulled the trigger. But if there's a Korean team listening right now, this guy will come play for a discounted price.
I feel like that was like some cheap lawyer ad right there, like Better Call Sal. Oh my God. But you know, we've talked off and on about baseball. I don't know if you saw the I think it was Trevor Plouffe who tweeted it, and then Phil Hughes jumped on the bandwagon and all this. But they're saying June 10th is when spring training 2.0 is back in. July 1st.
2.0.
Yeah, July 1st is when games are going to be in. And look, everything that I've said, no, it may be the case. You know, we don't know, but
yeah,
I don't know where you're pulling that from. I think you've played with him in 2 places now, Trevor, right? Or Bauer.
Bauer, yeah. So I played with him in Cleveland. So this crazy story. Trevor Plouffe, my team beat him in the CIF playoffs my senior year. I was not on the field. He was pitching that game. I wore him out. I mean, from the stands. He probably didn't hear me, but I wore him out. Phil Hughes, I grew up playing travel ball with Phil.
Yep.
I always tell a story about he was our best hitter and our worst pitcher. Come to find out, he becomes a first-round pitcher and gets to the big leagues and does amazing things. And then obviously Trevor, the character that he is, one of the great characters in the game, but just an awesome guy, works hard, knows a lot. And yeah, dude, the guy I played with in Cleveland and Cincinnati, and who knows what this whole 10th thing. Yeah. Because if Bauer's saying something about it, I mean, he's usually pretty spot on with most things.
Dude, his tweet with his reply to it was great. Bauer was like, "Hey, look, I checked my text, nothing. Check apps, still nothing. Check FaceTime, checked emails, checked it all. Basically, it's just another rumor. You know, it's like we can all speculate what we want, but it seems aggressive.
Yeah,
but I just loved the banter.
I think I'm drinking this too fast.
Oh, here, I'll just, probably. I mean, it is a homebrew. They're usually a little easier to drink, or they're a little more dangerous. Is that the last one you got?
I might have to call the wife and, hey, refill.
Don't. She's pregnant. I think if you do that, dude, you're going to end up on the couch. The couch.
Sleep here tonight.
Nice. That was very nice. And so let's dive into a couple of sports. NBA, NHL, NFL, the PGA, they're all working their way back. I think the two that really stand that are struggling is the NBA and the NHL.
Yes.
And the big thing is, do they come back for us? I don't see how they come back for a season. The NBA keeps saying that they're going to figure it out, whether it's a tournament or whatever it is, they're going to come back. But $800 million is what
that's a big loss, man. That's a big loss. I mean, they're going to try whatever. I mean, every team, every organization, everybody's going to do what they can to get back. Is it going to happen? Probably not. Is every sport going to come back? Probably not. NBA, I see it being over. NHL, there's just too many cities. There's too much travel. It's just, and there's not enough games to be played
No.
to finish the season. I'm rooting for them.
Look, I hope they do because there's only.
I'm
so
rooting
much
for the
you can
NHL.
do.
I'm rooting for the NHL. I'm
want
not a
the
basketball
NHL
fan.
back, yeah.
I'm not a basketball fan. I'm
Yeah.
a big hockey fan.
Yeah.
But the Lakers were in first place.
The Lakers do. They look great. Yeah.
We need the Lake Show to win some games and bring home a title. But especially in the year this year, right, with Kobe and everything that's gone, it'd be great to see the Lakers come back after this and win a championship. Is it going to happen? Probably not.
Yeah.
But let's find a way to bring the NHL back, please.
I think the NHL is going to be, and the big thing I think that's tough is they've talked about kind of like baseball, right? They'll be in little hubs, little areas or whatever.
Yeah.
I just don't know how you do that for such a short season just to get it in. The big thing is they're both saying, hey, look, let's revamp season in Christmas time. I think that's a big one for the NBA is saying Christmas. We talked about it before, but the PGA, June 8th, they have their first tournament. They will be officially the first American sport back, I think, or NASCAR might actually have been. I saw something before.
I think NASCAR.
This is the problem when we do it on a Tuesday, the 5th, and we're going to put it out on the 7th. Things are going to change.
Yeah.
I didn't get enough information on it, but and of course the NFL is never phased. They're set to start on the 10th. They're going to release their schedule in a couple weeks. No changes. They're expecting to be normal.
It's the great Roger Goodell. Nothing phases that guy, right?
No,
he's
does.
the best. He's the greatest.
I'm not a huge fan of that guy, if we're going to be honest.
That guy's brutal.
More importantly, I've got a personal question on this one.
No,
Andy Dalton. Andy Dalton's a Cowboy. How does that make you feel, buddy? I mean, what?
You know what? I was reading some things. Dak, right? We all thought Dak was going to take a big step forward this past year. Did he? So you're getting Dalton, who's necessarily the same type of player. Maybe they're not the same type of speed, right? Dak can move a little bit, right?
Yep.
But you're getting for half the price or quarter the price?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't need him to move in that offensive line.
I think Dalton's a great quarterback. He was on the last place. The worst team in the league.
Yeah,
right.
They were the worst. Yeah, they hands down they're one of the worst teams in the league.
So put him on a better team. Give him a chance. Let him fight for it. Let him fight for it. Whoever comes out on top gets the job, and then if they don't do it in the season, someone's got to take over. But yeah, we could have gone someone else. Tom Brady was out there. Come on,
man. I am so excited for football to come back, just for Tom Brady and Gronk and the Bucs. That's all I care about right now.
Yes,
it's going to be gold. It's going to be fantastic. My infatuation with Tom Brady. There's something wrong with me.
The he's a winner.
Nobody
wants to lose. I'm sorry. Nobody wants to lose.
I just can't wait for him. This is going to sound bad, but I can't wait for him to stick it to Belichick. I just can't. And shut up everyone who said that he's never done without Belichick.
Yeah, he's going to. And then he's going to be like, if you ain't first, you're last. So,
dude, it's going to be gold. It's going to be a great season.
And I hope they end up playing the Patriots somehow in the playoffs and just sticking it to them.
See, I'm so bad. I'm even bad with baseball and divisions. And
divisions. And
I just
NFL East and
I don't get it. AFC, NFC. I get the AL and NL, but I could if you told me I'll give you $1 million to name the divisions correctly. I don't think I could. I don't think I could even.
I could probably do baseball. Baseball for sure. NFL, no. NHL, no. NBA, definitely
NBA,
not.
no shot. Yeah.
I might be able to throw a chance at the Premier League, but.
Ooh, really? There's no way I would have
chance.
no shot. I think I'd be pretty damn close with baseball, but the other ones, there's no way. No shot. Yeah, look, at the end of the day, I think the big thing with all these major league sports and these seasons, they want to recoup lost revenue.
Yeah,
at the end of the day,
they need to make money, right? Because teams are still paying players, right? There might not be their full salary, but they're
not
paying
making
their
any
players. No.
I mean, Adam Silver from the NBA even said, "Hey, look, we're not like when we put the season on halt, we stopped making money. Like we're not making money at that point."
Are they? My question is, are they making money off jersey sales and stuff like that still?
Probably,
the league shouldn't be. The players should be, right? Because that's all
players will, right? With
part of the CBA and
of
all that
course,
stuff.
right? Yeah.
So at least the players are making money. The league, the owners,
the league and owners are going to be fine.
You guys are rich. You guys are
Exactly.
Your money's still making money. We know.
But I did see a cool thing they talked about it with the whole Vegas thing with with NBA is they have like a tournament style playoff almost where they play in certain cities and then the finals are in Vegas with like a ton of sponsors to recoup that money. Look, I'm not a huge basketball fan, but I think that'd be really cool. It's smart.
Do like a March Madness.
Right?
Exactly. Like style, just tournament style.
Instead of coming back for the season, you come back.
Winner takes all.
Dude, that'd be so great. You need something different. I think it'd be awesome to see. I really would.
I mean, you're gonna see a lot of different things in sports that are coming back right now. So why not? Give it a shot.
Why not? Let's roll the dice this year.
What do you have to lose?
Nothing.
800 mil.
It's already gone at this point, so let's just get some of it back. Oh, gosh. Well, that leads us to our sports favorites. And look, this is going to be an interesting segment. We're going to see how this goes. Let's be honest. Podcast number 5 for the old couch. And that looks bad, rolling the dice.
Yeah, you want to.
Yeah.
You don't want to shake it.
Yeah, never shake them. Yeah, never shake them. So we got a couple different questions. We'll Brandon will give his favorite or his least favorite or whatever it is, and I'll do the same. So the first one is why don't you share just like a 30-second clip of your sports story, like how you got into sports, like whatever I mean, most people know your journey, so I don't know that you need to do that, but just like what it is that got you into sports.
Yeah, sports. Ever since I can remember, it's been sports. Since I was like 4 years old, it was baseball, football, soccer. A lot of people don't know that I played 6 years of soccer. I enjoy soccer. I love it. I still watch it to this day. If people ask, like, hey, what's your favorite sport? One of my top sports is soccer. But I just always remember playing sports, no matter what it was. You know, we're playing football in the front yard. We're shooting hoops and checking each other and stuff. And
yep.
I mean, the big thing I remember when we were younger was roller hockey, right? Yep. Everybody put their pads on, get your stick, and get the little puck that you play with in the street. And dude, we would check each other up.
Yep.
And but no, sports was everything for me. And knowing that, as I got older, I knew I was good. I knew I had the ability and the talent. I was just pushing myself daily. But for me, it was finding that lane. It came down to 2 sports into high school and then 1 sport into college, and then obviously moving on into a professional career. But no, my sports story has been since I probably came out of the womb swinging a bat or throwing a ball or something.
Yeah. That's why. I mean, look, I was just the same idea when I was growing up. I mean, it was I have videos of me at 3 years old throwing a tennis ball up and hitting it with a bat and the dog chasing it and bringing it back, and roller hockey in the cul-de-sac and everything. I mean, don't get me wrong, I played them all. I played basketball. I mean, 5'6", 5'7", 5'8" on a good day. But I played basketball. I played all the sports growing up. Football, a lot of football actually, into high school, and then that's when baseball kind of took over. It wasn't nearly as talented as most of the people I played with. I was lucky enough to play with some really damn talented people.
Hey, don't shoot yourself short, man. We were shooting hoops what was that, a couple weeks ago, and maybe a month or 2 ago.
Super Bowl, dude. Super Bowl.
Gosh, it was that long ago.
It was that long ago, dude.
And you beat me at horse, right? This guy's got a shot. Even though I dunked, or I got close to dunking, and no stretching.
There was no stretching. I'm not gonna lie. I was surprised you even got as close as you did.
But don't sell yourself short, buddy. You can shoot, man.
I play I don't now anymore, but I was playing Monday, Wednesday, Friday, little hoops with the oldies. So it was a lot.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, sports was life, man. It was everything. And I can't believe you're done with the beer already. I don't know what you're going to do the rest of the episode. And then, oh, dude, if she really gets you a beer, dude, There's no way that's happening.
No chance.
There's
She's
no
not
way.
even paying attention.
There's no way.
You know what the funny thing is? She's probably on the phone with your wife.
No,
No.
she's doodling. She's doing some designs. She's the one that makes the real money in the house. I just kind of hang around, dude. Let's be honest. But yeah, I mean, it was life, and then training athletes and that type of stuff. It just kind of stuck with me. So mine's not nearly as exciting, but this one I'm excited for. I can't wait to hear your answer. I think I know it, but your best bat flip, favorite bat flip, not the one you've done. I've seen yours. Some of them are great. But your favorite bat flip of all time.
So, my manager in high A and double A, his name is Tom Lawless. He has the greatest bat flip of all time.
No.
He played for the St. Louis Cardinals, and I think he had 2 homers that year. He had a homer in the playoffs. It was a fence scraper. And I mean, this guy literally walked down the line for about 6 steps and then just straight in the air and chucked it. I was like, that is amazing, but how did you not get punched in the mouth?
Yeah, how do you not get smoked?
Especially in that day and age.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're gonna we gotta find a video of that and put that up because
We're gonna find that. That
is the greatest bat flip. I mean, every time they talk about bat flips, that's coming up.
I've never heard that.
Dude, the greatest bat flip of all time. And I got to play for him, and we talked about it hundreds of times because he always like made fun of me or like got on my case when I like would showboat a little bit.
Yeah.
But then I would bring up, hey, dude, you threw your bat about 15 feet in the air. He goes, bro, it's the big leagues and it was the playoffs. Get over it.
That's my thing. Like, you get so jacked over that. Like, I don't know how you contain that in that. I don't know. I wouldn't be able to.
It was great. It gives me chills just like watching that bat go up in the air so high. But
what are we talking? 10 feet, 15 feet? How high did it get?
Whew, I mean, it was a good 10 feet. It was flipped, and it was like,
and it was like spinning. Yes.
Oh yeah.
I love it. I love it. Mine's boring. I can't get past Jose Bautista's. That bat flip in Toronto. It's not even a bat flip. It's like
it was like
so
angry,
that's like I got you. Like that's to me what it is.
Like I own you.
Yeah, exactly. It's just so good.
Yeah.
I mean, you could pick tons. I know you don't want to talk about the guy, but Yasiel Puig.
He's got good ones. I mean, he's
tons of them.
He does. I mean, he has more of like the flicks. Like he kind of flicks them.
Yeah.
Right. Growing up, obviously, one of my if I was going to say like one that I continually watched over and over and over, Tom Wallace is, I think, one of the greatest backups of all time. The guy I watched growing up was Brett Boone. He just had the swing, and then he would throw it. And he had a commercial about it.
It wasn't even a bat flip. It was just like, just done.
Yeah. He's like, I got you, flip it, I'm out.
You know what I almost went with, and you know how much I love the guy. The most amazing man in America. I'm sorry, in the world maybe, but Carlo Bacargo. I love the way it's almost like he knew before he even hit the ball.
Yeah, it's not even like
just placed right at the plate.
I don't even know if you call it a bat flip. I call it a bat drop because he literally drops it in the perfect spot.
It's right on the plate every time. I would bet you he's in the same spot 95%.
And I've asked him this 100 times. I'm like, bro, how did you have the perfect drop? Like you drop it on home plate every single time.
Yeah.
He goes, I practice it. I practiced it since I was a kid. He literally idled Ken Griffey.
Oh, yeah.
And Ken Griffey always had the side drop. And so he kind of wanted to make his own. So he would spin it around and it would drop right on the plate. And I mean, it's just pure sexiness. And I mean, gosh. But yes.
That man.
If we're talking bat drops, Cargo, you win.
That's not even a question.
Yeah.
Not even a question. Sorry, Junior, but not even a question. So that leads us into your best sports memory. And this could be you could have been that could have been, I don't know if you heard my wife just now, but she is having a grand old time on the couch.
She's just having a blast over there. Yep,
What's
I hear the giggles.
Yeah, no, she's like a little schoolgirl right now. Oh God, our wives are talking. That's not good. But yeah, best sports memory. You could have played in it. Could have been an event you were in, something you've done, or witnessed on TV, been in person. But it's best sports memory.
Yeah, man. I every time I think about sports and a memory, it goes straight to that picture right there.
Yeah.
The cycle. I mean, for me, that was just an amazing day, and people that know my story and that have heard my story know about this day.
Yep.
It was the first game after the All-Star break. I'd been struggling, and my faith took over, and God told me, He spoke to me and said, "Hey, I got your back. Don't worry about this. We're also trying to have a kid for like almost a year, 6 months to a year." And I hit for the cycle that night. In my rookie year, I hit for the cycle and ended up going home and finding out that I was having a child that night. So when I think of a sports memory, it's like I hit for the cycle and found out I was having a child. And the same night, like,
Can't
blows my mind every time. I get chills like thinking about it every time. But yeah, sports memory, hitting for the cycle, dude, for sure. Like if we're going pure sports memory, cycle, can't beat it. It was amazing. It was fun. It was something I'll never forget.
Dude. I mean, and we were in Hawaii when that happened. I remember we FaceTimed you. I was a little intoxicated.
You were out of it, bro. Don't even.
The frozen Mai Tais were flowing, but I'm watching.
You guys weren't even making sense.
All I knew is I was like, dude, he just hit for the cycle. That's like I remember I was like yelling at the TV at the bar, and I was like, we got FaceTime. I still can't believe you picked up. I can only imagine.
Sure.
I mean, I never doubt you, but it was like I was in a whole different world at that point. But yeah. That's funny that you mentioned that.
I mean, I was out partying all night because I hit for the cycle, dude.
Yeah, bro, you went so hard, I'm sure.
I went so hard I had dinner at home and we bathed our child and went to bed.
Put KJ to bed and said, good night.
See.
Mine's a little interesting. So my best sports memory it's a weird one, but I used to have season tickets. Like you could buy like the 15 or 20 game package for the Dodgers. And I had a left field pavilion. So out in the bleacher seats, the old seats.
The bleacher creatures out there.
Oh yeah. So we're talking like, I'm going to say his name wrong, but Saito, the closer. I always butchered his first name, but we're talking those days, Brad Penny, like Luis Gonzalez, all those guys. But they went into extra innings, and Olmedo signs. Yeah. Hit a walk-off in the 10th. I mean, it wasn't anything like massive. It wasn't even a big game. It was just one of those moments like you're in the outfield, and you know how crazy it gets in that area out there. It's
so loud.
It's the only way to watch a ball game at Dodger Stadium. I mean, you might not make it out of there, but it's the only way to watch a game. And when that ball left the bat, it's like you just knew it was gone, and it wasn't like left by a lot, but man, it was just. And then We Love LA moment. Count comes on. I Love LA starts playing, and it was just beautiful. It was beautiful. So I mean, don't get me wrong. There's plenty of other stuff, but that was a blast. And if we're talking about playing, there's other ones, but nothing to that magnitude. So.
That's great. I love hearing childhood stories like that, man. Because that's what we grew up on. Is
dude,
sports.
You just grew up to go to those games and experience that.
Yeah,
it was a blast.
Yeah, for me, like if I'm talking about a sports memory that I'm playing, it had to be the 2002 World Series with the Angels.
Oh.
And the crazy thing, it wasn't even the Angels winning. I was at the game that Troy Percival was pitching. Barry Bonds hit a home run that went like 600 feet.
No one knows where it landed.
Dude, it was unbelievable. And I was in the stands. I had like a perfect view of it. It was a great moment. And obviously the Angels went on to win the World Series that year. And it was great for the city. But yeah.
Oh, it was great for the city. It was great for everything, right? But the only thing I remember from that series is how far that ball went.
That ball went so far. It literally, like, I lost it when it got out into like the 40th seat, the row, like 40 rows deep. I'm like, yeah, no, it's gone.
If you've been to Angel Stadium and you're sitting anywhere that looks into that right field pavilion, Budweiser Pavilion, whatever they call it,
it's huge.
It's huge, but the ball it disappeared. It was gone. I don't even know how that happened.
Like he might have hit it into the riverbed. I don't know.
Right, that thing might be in the riverbed. And that's a really good one.
Yeah.
So let's go the complete opposite. What's the most heartbreaking moment? And it could be playing, same thing, right? Could be playing, could be you watching, whatever you want to call it.
Heartbreaking moment, man. It's a heartbreaking moment, but it's also like something that you don't get to be a part of very often.
Oh man,
And you know where I'm going with
I
this.
think I do.
Clayton Kershaw on the mound in Dodger Stadium facing the Rockies. I think I was hitting second that day.
You were.
Crazy why I was hitting second against Clayton Kershaw.
Because you take care of lefties, dog. Don't downplay it.
Yeah, I used to, but I remember my first at bat. I was like, I faced him. I hit the ball. I popped it up, but I hit it decent, like to right center. I was like, oh, got some good wood on that against Kirsch. Like this might be a good day for me. And then it was just like,
oh, it was bad.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. It was just
yeah.
And then you were there. Obviously, you got to watch and be a part of that for being a Dodgers fan. It's cool, but to my first being no hit for the very first time in the big leagues, a Hall of Fame pitcher. It was heartbreaking for me because my team got no hit and lost.
Yeah, of course. But
at the same time, it was kind of cool to be a part of something like that. Being a competitor, you hate it. But I also remember Tulo sitting out on the railing for like an hour watching the celebration and watching Kershaw and just respecting the moment.
Yeah.
So I think that was a big part of like a heartbreak. It's like you get to respect that moment for that person.
Oh, 100. So I think that's funny. I think we've talked about this too, but is that like twofold, like with Tulo, right? Like, is that fuel to his fire? And is that also like, he's enjoying someone's success on his level?
Yeah. Tulo, like you couldn't get much out of Tulo. Tulo was an unbelievable competitor and worker, but like he appreciated greatness.
Yeah.
Because he was great. Don't get me wrong.
Oh my gosh, that guy was special.
If it wasn't for injuries, this guy is a Hall of Famer.
100%.
Yeah, he was literally like, it probably fueled a little bit of the fire because we didn't like the Dodgers.
Go figure.
And we got into it quite a bit with him that year and the following year, but he was embracing the greatness of what that moment meant and what that moment was, and it was cool to see. Because I was sitting back down on the bench and Tulo's up on the railing, like watching this, and we're like the only two guys left in the dugout. And yeah, it was one of those moments where it's like, oh, my heart hurts, but like, it's crazy. Like we just got no hit by Clayton Kershaw, dude.
I still can't believe that, man.
Yeah. And that was the first and last Dodger game you went to that I played in.
Honestly, that might actually be the last. Oh no, it's not. I went to a playoff game with Wally, but. Yeah, I mean, it was like watching it. It was like I didn't put 2 and 2 together until like the 7th or 8th inning.
Yeah,
like, I really didn't, because I mean, your family's there. We're hanging out with everybody, just shooting the breeze, and then you look, you're like,
oh, there it is.
This is a real deal. This is the real deal. And then I think you were on deck for the last out, right? Corey Dickerson was the last out.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't want the fourth at bat. I didn't want to be the last guy.
Oh, hey, at that point, though, if Corey walked, that's a whole different story. But if he gets the hit, then it's like, all right, cool.
I'll take that bat, whatever.
But hey, look, Corey, you got to go down swinging here. We're not taking no.
Hey, we got to get Corey on the show.
Dude, that guy, I would love to chat
Sneaky raker, bro. That guy wakes up Christmas Day and rakes. But we're going to go on a whole other tangent if we start talking about that.
That's a good point. We're getting out of there. So for me, heartbreaking moment. I mean, I'm a Dodger fan. I could name 50 of them, right? There's so many heartbreaking moments.
The last couple World Series?
The last 30 years, the last 3 years, we could go on and on with that. But I do really think that the toughest for me as a Dodger fan was probably the 2017 against the Astros, Game 7. It's like you always thought there was hope. Yeah, and it was right. It was like the Astros threw a punch and the Dodgers had them right back. Like there was that extra inning game. I think it was game 6 maybe where they, the Dodgers hit 2, then the Astros hit 2, and it was a roller coaster. And look, I'm not someone who gets too high and too low on that, but that was a rough one for me, and it was hard. And you enjoyed so much watching that.
I remember like being careful with my words around you at that time because I knew you were a little heartbroken over that. So I don't want to go too hard at you, but yeah, that sucked.
I got no stake in the game. I'm just a fan. It is what it is. So, but yeah, that was probably the toughest for me as a Dodger fan. And then if we're talking like actual sports playing, I mean, that was our junior year in high school. I mean, we were playing, Canyon and VP we were big rivalries, man. And we were playing the semifinals to go to CI finals. And we got smoked up pretty good by them, by Vinny Pastano, Greeny, like all those guys, Casanova.
Christian Colon. Was Colon on that team?
No, he was probably a freshman in.
Oh, he's probably
in Waco
Utah
at that point still, I think, actually.
Yeah.
So yeah, he might not have been a freshman, dude. He might have actually been he was probably a freshman.
He was a year behind Greeny, so.
Well, I'm talking Garrett.
Oh, Garrett. Oh.
I'm talking the real Greeny dog.
Wow.
I'm talking the real Greeny dog. So
yeah,
that team, dude, those teams were stacked too.
Yeah,
but
they were good.
I mean, we had probably at least we had over 1,000 fans, and it was a massive game. And I mean, we put up this many.
Good.
They were good. They were good. So
Trumbo could have hit a homer or what?
No, dude, that was they just ate us up that game, dude. I think
they were good.
I'm not even gonna mince any words. I think I grounded into a couple double plays too. So but yeah, that was a rough one.
Well, we knew the stump wasn't beating out a double play. So
no, no, I was not. There's no way.
So tell me, grew up watching sports. We talk about sports all the time. Favorite athlete?
It's a weird one, dude. It's a really weird one. So my favorite athlete, and it's not like when you think like athlete, you think of this person. My favorite guy was Robin Ventura for like the longest time. Like
he got beat up by Nolan Ryan, bro. He got beat up by a pitcher.
He took like 9 or 10 to Nolan Ryan wasn't just a pitcher, dude. Nolan Ryan was the guy. Let's be honest.
He punched tickets and he punched faces.
Dude, he let him have it, dude. But I don't know what it was about the guy. I don't know if my pops.
He raked.
Dude, yeah, and he did. He really did. I mean, I remember with the White Sox, my pops was a huge White Sox fan, and then when he went to the Mets, I was a huge Mets fan. But Robin Ventura was my guy. But if there was like must-watch TV for me when I was growing up, it was Tiger, dude. I never not turned on the TV for Tiger. Like, but yeah, Robin. If I had to pick one, I'd have to say Robin Ventura.
Nice.
Weird one, random.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the guy was good. He raked. He was good.
Oh yeah, 100. I mean, he played in the league for a long time and played a hell of a third base. I don't know who cares about that anymore.
It's all about hitting.
It's all about raking. So, favorite athlete, who you got?
Oh, I've got two. So I grew up on two because I grew up a two-way athlete, two-sport athlete. My whole goal was to play in the NFL and play in the MLB. And I grew up watching Primetime, number 21, Deion Sanders. The guy did it on the football field. He obviously did it on the baseball field.
Baseball field, yep.
And then if I was going to go to my go-to, the GOAT, the greatest athlete of all time, Bo Jackson.
Bo knows? Yeah, Bo knows.
I mean, the dude was a freak. He was, I think, in my mind, a better baseball player than he was a football player. And he was a damn good football player. And for him to have an injury the way he did, like, blows my mind. It's such a freak injury.
Oh, it's awful.
But, I mean, the guy was an all-star in baseball.
Yeah.
He hit a leadoff home run in Angel Stadium. Bro, they got out in like 2 seconds. Missile, dead center. Like, this guy was everything. This guy could play any sport. He probably could have played basketball. He could have done whatever he wanted.
He was an all-around athlete, and the same with Primetime, right? I mean, I'm a Niners fan. You know that. We always go back and forth this. But a Niners fan, right? Like Deion Sanders, the Niner guy. Like, look, I tried to do my best Deion Sanders little dance move. You know, he was so, like, everybody wanted to be him.
Yeah,
everyone wanted to be both of those guys. They were so good at what they did. So
for sure,
it's wild. It's wild. Let's go the opposite. Most hated athlete.
You know who
Have a
this
hated
is.
athlete?
You know who it is. We
No.
talked about him.
No, I don't. Who are you
It's not
talking
that
about?
it's not that I don't hate the guy. I love the guy. I've talked to him hundreds of times. I just don't like his act. And Yasiel, I love you, brother, but jeez. Jeez. I hate the act.
Oh my gosh. I won't beat that one to a pulp, but I'll let you have that one. But yeah, I actually, the act is tired. I will agree with that. But
He's a
I'm-
great kid. He's a great kid. I've got to talk to him hundreds of times, but it's just, geez, bro, just play baseball. Have fun,
Bro.
yes. Have
Yeah.
fun, yes. But we don't need all the shenanigans. We don't need your tongue out all the time. I'm
I just
done.
love it.
Who's,
I just
who's
love it.
your most
I'll go to
hated
mine. I'm going to go to
athlete?
mine.
Please.
I think it's kind of normal, but I just cannot, for the life of me, stand Floyd Mayweather.
Money, huh? You can't stand the TNT?
I can't get. And look, I'm not saying he's not one of the best. I don't think he's the best, but one of the
He's
best.
the best dancer in the ring.
Exactly. But I just stop. Look, you're good. Just don't talk. Stop. Leave it there. just go out.
It's the act.
No, I agree. That's why I totally get. I've told you. I
Yeah.
totally understand where you're coming with him, but I just can't do it. I just can't do it. Not even a little bit. I think you'll have a much more exciting story on this one, so I'll let you lead off on it.
Yeah.
The most insane sports moment, and let's try not to double up on the cycle here or the.
No. We're talking insane. I'm going overseas when I played in Venezuela.
Oh,
Caracas de Leones. Yeah, we got in a couple brawls. This guy might have started one.
yeah.
My boy who hit in front of me had hit a second homer of the game. And, I mean, we're playing our rival, Magallanes, and he hits a second homer. Freaking place erupts, dude. I mean, these are the best games I've ever played in. Like, I've played in the playoffs, too, which was, I mean, another level.
Yeah.
But when you're playing just a normal game, these people are going crazy. But guy hits his second home of the game. We're like freaking bumping forearms and we're pumped up. And I come up and I'm like, dude, I might get thrown at right here. First pitch, slider in the dirt. I'm like, next pitch is coming at my head. I know it.
Yep.
If he throws first pitch, slider in the dirt away, I know it's coming at me.
Yeah.
And then 95 over my head. I drop my bat. I start walking towards the guy. We're having words. My third base coach comes sprinting down. He goes, "You don't want to fight here." I said, "You don't know where I'm from." I know that I'm in a foreign country where there's no rules. And so I'm like trying to get out there, and then all I see is just a swarm of just everybody, and it's
Everybody's
just
there.
melee time. It's everybody's throwing blows. I'm trying to get to the pitcher.
Yeah.
My third base coach, who's like, he was 240 pounds, just jacked. We're just throwing haymakers everywhere. They're trying to get me off the field because that was the year I had just gotten to the big leagues, so they knew and they were trying to take care of me. Next game against them, my pass ball, my pitcher comes to tag the guy at home. He misses the ball. The guy coming in from third base elbows him like he's a catcher. And then my pitcher just turns around and punches him right in the face.
No.
Just lays him out.
Dude.
It was Ender Inciarte, just to let you know. He just laid Ender Inciarte out in another full melee at home plate. I mean, there's no rules out there. There's punching, there's kicking. If you're on the bottom of the pile, you better get up and you better run.
You better get out of there, yeah.
I've never been in melees like that in my life, and it was insane.
I'm gonna plead the fifth. I got nothing. I got nothing that's even close to that. I really don't. Like I've seen things happen, but I've never been a part. I just like nothing. I can't even. I'd just be filling air at this point. I'm not gonna do that. Bill, one more.
One more.
We're gonna give everybody some sports history. We'll give you a little wrap up, a little housekeeping, get you home to the wives. or the husbands, whatever floats your boat. But one player, if you pick one player to, as Kevin Costner would say in Field of Dreams, have a catch with.
Have a catch with.
You pick one player, who would you pick?
Ooh.
We're going deep. We're on the couch.
I've never
deep.
Dude, I've never thought of this. Like, who would I have played catch with? You know what? If I'm gonna go a little deep here.
Ooh, okay.
Not a player, but if I was to play catch with somebody right now, I'd like to play catch with my grandpa. It's been a long time. He's the one that taught me the game. He's the reason why I think I made it to the big leagues. So he played. So technically he's a player, but he never played professionally. But yeah, I'd like to have a game of catch with Gramps again. That'd
be sick. Gramps was the best, man. And look, there's no rules on the couch. We make whatever rules we want.
We make our rules.
Come on. It's like when you're playing in the front yard, you make up the rules as you go. It's like, no, that's a double. That's a double. Sorry.
Yeah. No, I hit the tree and it went over, so it's a ding.
Yeah, no, it doesn't matter if it goes left or right. It's just if it hits it, it's fair. It is. Yeah. It's just how we play here.
It's my rules.
It's called my rules. I win. Yeah, look, I tried not to give this one a lot of thought because I wanted it to be kind of sporadic or whatever you want to call it, from the heart. And the more I thought about it, it's even hard to give a real answer. Like, just there's a lot of people you'd like to have a catch with, and I think this one's going to be really weird, and it's going to be out of left field. But I found this player fascinating over the last 2003 or 4. So was that the last 17 years now? No, it can't be that long. But anyways, however, when he was with the Red Sox, I always think of Johnny Gomes. I don't know what it is about him. I feel like that'd be one hell of a conversation.
I don't even think you want to play catch with the guy. You want to sit down.
No, I just want to have a beer with him. Or yeah. No, exactly.
That's the guy you sit down and have a beer with for sure.
But yeah, I mean, if I could have a catch with, like, look, when I think have a catch, like, it'd be great to have that memory, right, with whoever it is. But I don't think you're not really, and again, I guess it's probably a really bad answer because you're not really hanging out with the people. I mean, probably 90 feet away and you're not really talking much.
No, it's catches just hey.
Yep. It's just you and that person in the ball just hanging. But yeah, I don't know. I kept coming back to Johnny Gomes for a reason. I think it's more because I want to have a beer with the guy, if we're being honest.
For sure. I mean, we sit down and talk with Johnny Gomes and Mike Napoli and talk about that year. That'd be great.
That would go off in way too many ridiculous directions.
Yeah, I mean, Nap, that's my guy.
Some stories to be told.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's all we got. Unless you got some random thing that jumped in your head, that's all we got for the sports favorites.
No.
And I actually kind of enjoyed that. I thought that could have been an absolute disaster, if we're going to be honest with you.
That was some good stuff right there, Stumpy. I love it.
That's what we're here for. Good stuff. Which takes us to sports history of the day. Do you want to run with this one, or do you want me to tell you? You want me to do it? Or you want to do it?
Yeah, you're the sports history buff. You know those things.
I don't know them. It's called the Google. The internet.
I'm just the guy that played the sports.
Man, you did.
I'm kind of a poser. I can tell you about skateboarding and snowboarding and surfing and all that stuff. And sports,
you just show
sports history. Yeah,
Just for clear, if you asked me sports history, I would never be able to tell you unless I had my phone and was able to type it into the Google. I'll
tell you though, I do know this one though. Big sexy.
Oh, big sexy. You couldn't not go this one. So I mean, yeah, we're recording it on the 5th of May, but on May 7th, which is Thirsty Thursday, if we're just going to be honest.
Drop.
Thirsty Thursday. In 2016, the big sexy Mr. Bartolo Colon himself went yard. Hit himself a dinger for the New York Mets in Petco. And I'm not gonna lie, it was a tank. It was a tank.
It was like second level of the.
Is that a warehouse out there? What is that? Is that what that is there, or whatever that brick area is? But yeah, everybody. If you're a baseball fan, even if you're not a baseball fan, you saw it.
Yeah.
The big
sexy. The big sexy.
Did you ever face the big sexy? Did you ever?
Oh yeah. I faced the big sex when he was in Oakland.
No.
And I remember my first at bat was in the Coliseum, now Rickey Henderson Field.
Mm-hmm.
And all these guys, you know, Big Sexy because of the super sinker, right? Everybody knows
Yes.
how much that ball moves. And I was like, I'm just going to be early, hit it out front. I'll be good.
Yeah, right.
Bro, I have a picture of me like the bat's broken.
Yeah.
My first at bat against Big Sex, I think I broke the bat so bad it gerbled back to him. And
No.
he threw me out at first. But I believe I have a couple hits off the Big Sex, but I do remember my first at bat just not knowing what to do with that sinker.
It
and
disappears,
just
man.
getting absolutely annihilated by it. I mean, my fingers still hurt thinking about it. Yeah,
That's
it was
awesome.
bad.
Yeah, I couldn't go with anything but the
Bad.
Big Sexy. I mean, that moment is magical, and you getting sawed off by him is even better.
Sawed.
That's even better. Look, that's pretty much all we have, but I do want to make sure that we tell everybody you cannot miss episode 6, which is our next episode.
6.
Clearly, you can't miss it.
I mean, you guys can miss it if you want. It's not going to be that fun.
No, it's gonna be great. And 2 reasons. David Dahl, obviously, I'm really, really excited to chat with the guy. He's been a blast to watch.
Rock show, baby.
Oh, The Rock. Oh, I like that. But yeah, it's been a blast to watch him. You know, I definitely can't wait to talk to him about his performance in the tourney, the player's tourney.
I'm calling him out so hard.
Oh, I feel bad for the guy. I feel like we should send him a 6-pack after this. But yeah, it's going to be blast. Mr. Barnes, I am crafting. I'm not letting your girls craft this. I want to make sure your wife suggested that I do it because it can't go to the magnitude that it needs to if the girls do it.
Yeah, you're going to have to do it.
Oh, don't worry. There's a prototype. It's in testing. Crown, the cotton ball crown is coming your way, buddy, and I cannot wait. So episode 6 will be great. You're going to wear it the whole episode. I don't know how that's going to go. I don't. You might not make it out of the episode. I'm going to be honest.
I might throw it, to be honest. I might
we're-
chuck it. I know, but a bet's a bet.
We need to come up with some repercussions.
No, I'm going to keep it on the whole time. I'm a man of my word. You won the bet. I'm
Okay.
keeping it on the whole show.
All right. If we need to replay this, I will. And that means I get to come up with something even more ridiculous after. But yeah,
Yes.
episode 6 is gonna be great. We're gonna run that down. We're gonna chat with David Dahl. We're gonna have obviously whatever sports news transpires over the next week, which doesn't change much, unfortunately.
Not much going on.
But we're gonna bring the goods. And look, as always, we love you guys. We appreciate you. We can't thank you enough for joining us here. And as Brandon always says, thanks for joining us on the couch and
Stay blessed.
see y'all.
Later.